everybody, and welcome back to Mutti Plays Pokemon Crystal version. Today we are going to finish climbing the lighthouse, and then we shall head west of Olivine to do stuffs. But something kind of amazing for this part. Absolutely no Pokemon! None of the trainers have new Pokemon for us to fight. It's kind of weird. But I do suppose it had to happen eventually. Especially with the, especially since there's only 251 Pokemon in this game, at least the data for them. And, now, a little something, like, it's... I love Pokemon. I've been there since Gen 1 first came out. I don't remember exactly how I got into it, but, well, how the cartridge came into my possession. I just have this faintest of memories swearing that I got blue version for Christmas in a Game Boy, but apparently there was already save data on the cartridge, and I was annoyed at that. So I took it and started playing it, and I think I started out with a Squirtle back then, and I grew to like the game, and eventually when Gold and Silver came out, I got those, and I have a feeling I mentioned this earlier in the LP, but I've gotten Pokemon Crystal was the first game that I played on my Game Boy Advance back when that came out, and it was pretty neat. And when Gen 3 came out, I was just entering middle school, and I had some fun with that for a while, though later middle school, I suppose, when Emerald and the Gen 1 remakes came out, I was kind of losing interest in the series. I'm not sure what caused it, but eventually I was wandering around in a Kmart, and we happened by the games section, and I saw the new Pokemon games out there. And I hadn't heard of them because I wasn't really paying attention. And so I stared at the display case, noticing the two versions, and my decision for them, for which one I got of Gen 4, it came down to Pokemon Diamond, because the thought was that I thought that diamonds were prettier than pearls. And that's basically the only thing I had to go off of. But if I had done more research, I probably would have wanted to go for Pearl instead, because Pearl has a Water Dragon legendary, and it actually had the cat available. I like the kitties. I don't have a kitty anymore, but I do still love them, and not sure exactly when I'm gonna get another kitty, but I can make do with my shiny Persian until then. I named him Silver, because the sparkly. I wanted to name that. Invoked the sparkliness, and Black and White, I did a little more research, and I will admit I was kind of naughty and emulated the games before I bought proper copies. But I did buy the version that I emulated. I'm fairly certain I did anyway. And now I kind of regret having emulated it, so I'm gonna try to hold off on that, because while I could barely read anything in the Japanese emulation of it, I might suck at getting direct understanding of what words mean at times, but I can be really good at reading the emotion that the writer, director, whatever was trying to convey. So in playing it, I got all the emotions without all the understanding, and that's the main thing that made me regret emulating the game. So hopefully when Gen 6 comes out in October, I'll try to keep my mind as blank as possible on the game, though I really do want them to hurry up and tell us what Pokemon they made for the game, because I would really like to be able to plan my team ahead of time. That's the only thing that would make me possibly wait or something. But I don't know if that information's gonna come out, but I do know at least 2 members of my party I'm gonna want. Fennekin and Sylveon. Whoever else I catch, as of right now, we'll just wait and see, I suppose. But I do hope it's as good as Generation 5 was. Like, I don't want to say the series is bad or anything, but just lately it's hard for me to find motivation to play the game after I've beaten the Elite Four and gotten through the credits. 'Cause, like, I might have had the passion to grind my teams all the way to level 100 back in the old day, but I don't know, I'm just sort of losing that desire to even get that far. And it especially doesn't help with the short gap between Gen 5 and what is going to be Gen 6. Like, now that I've started doing these LPs, it's just, and I've picked up so many new games, it's just hard for me to find the time to pick up my Pokemon game and grind it to the passion that I used to have. But I do love the series. It's it helped steer me into being an LPer in the first place. Like, it may have been the only game I played for years until my middle school, until I got into middle school, but it was a start, certainly, and I picked up the Legend of Zelda series officially around middle school. I do recall trying Ocarina of Time back when it was on the N64, but the first Deku Scrub, no, not Deku Scrub, the first Deku Baba within the Deku Tree kicked my ass, and so I got scared off of 3D games for a while, and then I picked back up with a Wind Waker demo, I believe, or was it a rental? I think it was a rental, and then I eventually bought a disc later, and that or it just took me months upon months to whip up the courage to get past the first enemy, which I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. It did certainly take me months just because sometimes I would read ahead in guides and get scared of the enemy descriptions of new enemies that I was possibly gonna face, so but yeah, I do still love the Pokemon series. I still find passion in it, and you know, I think I'm gonna try starting up something with my friends. Probably gonna take a while for me to fully plan out things, but yeah, I do still have the passion for the series. Like, upon hearing in Black and White 2 that there would be... They're called medals in the game, but it's essentially an achievement system. And that there would be achievements for beating the Elite Four with the type specialist teams. Like, beat the Elite Four with only normal types, beat the Elite Four with only water types, yada yada. I started cranking out some people, and I don't have a trainer for every type yet, but I have planned out their teams at least, and I want to get to drawing the dragon trainer I thought of soon. So yeah, it might be good to have a little fun with the series in an unexpected way to reinvigorate my passion for it, I suppose. Feels good talking randomly to nobody in particular. Even if I'm not going to get an immediate response, it just feels good talking and just verbalizing my thoughts. And yeah, it's feels good to get such things off my chest. And let's see. Oh wow, I was too caught up in my ramblings to notice what was going on in the game. I am so sorry for that. But as you'd have seen, I had to fall down a hole in order to get to a new place that I couldn't normally get to just walking upstairs in order to progress through. And comment between this version and the remakes, this version's layout made more sense. You wanna know why I think the remakes version is a bit more kooky? Well, for one thing, the hole you have to jump down in order to progress through the lighthouse isn't even an obvious hole in the floor, like in this game. You basically have to jump off the side of the building and pray that the fall doesn't kill you. Which it never won't, this is a game for children. But still, that is just such a leap of logic. Falling one story through a hole sounds much more sane than falling several stories out a window. You know? But here we can see that the gym leader, Jasmine, is concerned for this Pokemon that takes residence in this lighthouse. It's sick and it can't light up the lighthouse anymore, and she doesn't want to leave its side, so she asked us to go and fetch it some medicine over in Cyanwood, which I will be making my way to in the next part. I'm not entirely sure when I will start Cyanwood, but certainly within a part or two, I promise you guys. And going back here since it is nighttime so that we can fight that third nighttime only trainer. And let's see what she has. She is a Pokefan with the Meowth. Aw, it's so cute. A lot more sense than those other two Pokefans had with the freaking Pikachu. But I suppose I shouldn't rag on this generation for having Pikachu in it. It's technically native and not and I am terribly, terribly sorry. I was interrupted being told that something I was cooking beeped. But don't worry, it's nothing immediate. I just set the timer for a smaller amount of time so that I could get some potatoes done. But if I don't get the potatoes done right when I get the Salisbury steak done, it's fine. And yes, I do normally cook around the house. It's something it's a thing I do. At this point, I've yet to move out from my mother's house, and so cooking helps me feel like I'm contributing and not just being a freeloader. And here is the Battle Tower, a place that the first instance of the Battle Tower, and a place I would like to oh so much avoid. But I am running out of footage, so I am going to have to stop my insane ramblings. See you guys next time!